Hey, good afternoon. How y'all doing? It is Redbeard. It is a damn fine day to talk about a book, and today we are here for a book review. We're going to talk about Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk by Ben Fountain. My wife read this book a long time ago. She used to actually teach this book. I picked it up recently and decided I was going to read it. I like this book. Probably in the 3.5 star range. It takes place all in the course of an afternoon, basically. Our main character, Billy, and his platoon, they're in the Iraq War. Um, they have done something that has brought them back to America as heroes, and they're on this hero tour, so to speak. And we wind up at Dallas Cowboys Stadium for the Dallas game, and they are being honored there. So it's kind of a look at. I mean, look, I remember that time. I was 25 years old when 9/11 happened. I was very, very non-political. Did not really give a shit, Republican or Democrat, at that time of my life. I feel that, as a country after 9/11, we were all pretty much on the same page as far as Afghanistan, and then, turned it into a war in Iraq. And that is really, if I had to choose one moment, that is the defining moment that has defined my politics since then. War in Iraq, and our main character is a 19-year-old kid that gets sent there. I don't know if you read a lot about these types of situations. It's either, go to jail or go to war, right? Or go to jail or join the army. I don't know if those really exist. I mean, maybe they do, but that's what happens to our main character. His sister has a boyfriend, and she's in a car accident, and she is injured pretty badly. And like 3 weeks later, the boyfriend dumps her, or fiance, or so, I can't remember. And Billy took exception to that. Now, he did not physically harm the guy. He scared the shit out of him, and he physically harmed the boyfriend's property. Let's just leave it at that. But so because of that, our 19-year-old protagonist goes to war. So let's get a little synopsis, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. 19-year-old Billy Lynn is home from war. Back in Texas, he has become a celebrity. A Fox News crew filmed Billy and the rest of Bravo's squad defeating Iraqi insurgents in a ferocious firefight. Now Billy is a decorated soldier, and Bravo's 3 minutes of extreme bravery under fire is a YouTube sensation. Seizing on this PR gift, the Bush administration has sent the surviving members of Bravo on a nationwide victory tour the folks at home to reassure the folks at home. Sorry, the dog barked. Today, during the final hours of the tour, they arrive at Texas Stadium as guests of honor as the Dallas Cowboys take on the Chicago Bears in a nationally broadcast Thanksgiving Day game. Ben Fountain's remarkable novel follows Billy and his fellow Bravos through a climactic afternoon as they mix with the rich and powerful, endure the politics and affections of their fellow citizens, aspire to sex and marriage with the famous Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, share center stage with Destiny's Child during the halftime extravaganza, and attempt to close a movie deal with the help of a veteran Hollywood producer. They will learn hard truths about love and death, family and friendship, duty and honor. Tomorrow, they must go back to war. Tender and full of humanity, this is a wickedly funny and urgent novel about a young man, the citizens who sent him to war, the family he left behind, and the era that let it happen. And Billy Lynn, Ben Fountain has created a new American hero for our times. It says on the front, this is the catch 22 of the Iraq War. Yeah, so it's very funny. It's comedic. Again, it's very, it takes place in an afternoon, but it's very deep. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, Billy's 19 years old. He's a kid. Like there's a whole part about him falling in love with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader because she does show him a little bit of attention. Um, and you're like, this is bullshit. You're like, this. I mean, what a cliche. Like what why are we writing that this war hero is, it really thinks, that he's gonna end up with this Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. And then you're like, he's 19 fucking years old. I mean, he's 19 years old. I mean, it talks, one part about how all the people that are coming up to meet him and shake his hand are these rich people. It's not the common people that are getting the opportunity to meet these war heroes. It's these. I mean, I'm making $14,000 a year here to fight in this war, and but I'm shaking hands with all these rich people. And so there's funny parts about the movie. They're going to shoot a movie about this, and Hilary Swank is going to play Billy. Which he is somewhat turned off by, but I found that funny as well. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. There's one scene where something about the tone and the way that it plays out. That these guys are sitting here or they're standing here when the national anthem is actually played before the game, and there's something about that scene that was super dynamic. Another part when he's being interviewed, and says. And the blithering twit savant of a TV news person just came out and asked, "What was it like being shot at, shooting back, killing people, almost getting killed yourself, having friends and comrades die right before your eyes?" Billy coughed up clots of non sequential mumblings, but as he talked, a second line dialed up in his head, and a stranger started talking, whispering the truer words that Billy couldn't speak. It was raw. It was some fucked up shit. It was the blood and breath of the world's worst abortion. Baby Jesus shat out in squishy little turds. Ugh, I mean, gets a reaction, right? Like that line, it might have been the squishy little turds, but definitely gets a reaction. But yeah, it's got some good stuff like that throughout. Just some really good lines. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Sometimes I try to go back and read some of these things and then I mess it up. But yeah, this is Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. It is a afternoon with some Iraq War veterans. And one other thing, is because they've got to go back after this. Like, the nation, I think everyone that's watching them on TV and the nation as a whole thinks that they're home now. Like, this group of people that are now famous because, what they did in wartime was caught on film. They kind of think that they're safe and they're not. They've got to go back for 11 months. And so I don't pretend to know like the length of deployments, but I thought it was like a year. So, and I may be wrong about that because the only reason I know that is because my buddy went over there for a year, but he was in like the Army National Guard or the Army Reserve. So, so if you were active, like full active Army, maybe your deployment was longer. But and because it doesn't say this, but it felt like what happened with them happened like in the first month, and then they're back here for Thanksgiving, but they still got to go back for 11 more months, and Billy really has to deal with that through the story. The idea that nah, I don't want to go back. I want to marry this Dallas Cowboys cheerleader and have babies, and I don't want to go back. So so it's kind of a look at that too about having to do something. I mean, because I guess he's had to do it now. He had to go to war because of the trouble he got into, and now he has to go back. And so this is like the second time that he has to, but now he knows what it means, and now he knows what's waiting over there for him. And I don't know, it's just kind of a cool look at that type of thing, at the mind of a 19-year-old soldier that never had aspirations to be a soldier. And it's a look at America as a whole. And I don't want to say everything is wrong with America, but a lot of it, I mean, a lot of it, right? Like the rich team owner and the movie producer and this and that and just the way that they're being paraded around for political gain and things like that. So it's a good book. I gave it 3.5 stars. This is Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk by Ben Fountain. This is Well Red Beard. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them. as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.